No time to waste. Let me send control there to the man Solomon Baga Reeves as we begin the discussion tonight on the program the night time spin right here on 87.9. Solomon, good evening, good morning.
Good evening, Anthony. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Good evening to you and also to our wonderful people of Mama Liberia, and not forgetting my Une and
We.
Une We Nation. A good evening to all of you guys. It's a great pleasure being on tonight so that we can all discuss matters of importance regarding Mama Liberia.
Okay, so how was the weekend? How was the Independence Day celebration on your side?
Well, I was not well, and I'm still
Oh,
uh, not too well, but I stay
I'm
home
sorry.
since Thursday. I have not gone outside.
Wow.
But I watched most of the event um, through YouTube or social media,
Okay.
and I think Liberians they had a good time putting forgetting about the past
Hmm.
and regrouping and to move forward for a better future.
Okay. And
How was yours?
it was great, but I spent the whole day at work.
Oh wow!
I spent the whole, our government was like in the night, so I just went to bed quietly, and that was it. But from what I saw, like you said, you're not still well. But from what I saw, there was a big event. One of our local artists, he had a show at the complex, SKD Sports Complex. The program was actually a success because from what I saw, the librarians actually showed their love to Christoph. And not just those that went there, those that even sat home. You could see the euphoria back home in some people that would just monitor the program on their phone through the internet. So I was like, wow. So it was like all great and wonderful on that day. So just give God the glory for another year added to our country. But again, we are old and we can't show anything good.
Well, the same thing with many of us. We old. We don't even have our own houses. We don't have
Yeah.
nothing to really show, and that is the same situation with Liberia. Sometimes, uh, maybe sometimes the person or the we are responsible for our own destiny. Uh, of course, we know we believe in God and we trust God to do things for us. But the reality is there. Of course, God has given us avenues, revenues, different means of doing things. Like somebody posted, which was so funny, is that African Christians they depend on the God of Israel for everything, for life, for everything. But then the Israel, the God of Israel that they depend on, Israel depend on America for for support, for help, and things like that. So actually, what they're saying is that yes, God want us to trust Him, but there are means, avenues that we can help one another and live our life, depending on how we manage it. So, but it was good. Um, we hear this guy is Jazino. I think that is his name. The
Yeah,
Liberian
just
artist. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So he
Yeah, go ahead.
uh, he was uh, he was here in New York with the Liberian community in New York City or Staten Island. So
Okay.
I think they had a good time. And then of course other artists. I think in Minnesota where they have a Nigerian artist
Yeah,
that performed
David.
there. Yep. So I
I
think
saw
all in
I saw
all,
the guy
Liberia
with
had
like
fun.
leg. So
And
so
then
it's like the this year 26 was a gem.
well, the thing is, there was a proper planning across every Liberian who planned the event. Most of them planned properly, and because they planned the program properly, they yielded good results.
Okay.
Uh, Last time in Liberia, it was solely planned by the I think whoever the government chose, but the way in which it was planned, it was not as good as this event because I think those guys who planned it, they did it properly. They put Liberia heart in everything, and they did not focus on whether government or whatsoever, but they focused on the country, uh, only on the country. People went there to have fun. Some people did not go there just because of it is the nation Independence Day, even though it was, but people went there to have good time on the nation's Independence Day. Some people went to see friends. Some people just want to have good time to get rid of some of the stress and and things like that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the major thing about the Independence celebration, the oration. How did you see the orator's message?
But the orator message
Yeah,
is pretty much the same messages.
I got some highlights that that I jotted down what you talk about.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you want also
yeah.
go by
I
whatever
just
you
to
jot
talk
down?
about it, but because we have holiday tomorrow in Liberia, just to let you know.
Uh,
Tomorrow is a holiday, though. The president
well, yeah,
declared
that's why I don't know how that is done in the country. That when I listen to the
I will read
president
it
declare,
from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then we can look at it too.
okay,
We
yes,
we can look at the pros and cons because some people are trying to look at it in a different form and manner. That indeed the president should not have the absolute power to declare holiday, except from the legislature, where in fact they are the one who are there to do these things. But again, this is just a day event. It's not something that'll be continuing. So this is where some are saying, some pundits are saying that the president has the right to do that. But again, we'll come back to that and read between the lines and see how else we can give our own input and then give the others out there who are listening, watching us to give their input too. But some of the highlights from the orator's message on Independence Day is that we must stop seeing our young people as a problem to be solved and start treating them as partners in national renewal. He talked about the same bread and butter issue. He said a hungry child cannot wait for macroeconomic policy. A farmer will not, without tools, cannot wait for committee reports. And a mother who cannot afford health care for her child does not need promises. She needs solution. So if you look at some of the points there, he just talk about having these policies not be implemented, you know, where in fact the president should be taking some actions like he's suspending work, which is good, but again, should go beyond that.
hmm
He also talked about, where in fact Liberia just tend to, I don't want to say two-party state because everywhere you turn, when you try to be opposite, they'll call you sedition or you paste, So he said, but even at that, the opposition shouldn't be seen as an enemy to the state. You should have the free voice to speak on national issues because they are the ones there to checkmate the government and put their feet to fire. So to just have them silence is not a good thing, you know. But there are a lot more you talk about. You talk about the church, that the church should go beyond just spiritual stuff, but they should empower their members too. And that's something I grab from there too because I don't want to go deeper into it because it
All
may
right.
not, yeah, but those are some of the things he talk about because Liberians, he said Liberians have the resources, we have everything it takes to make our country move forward. It's just that we are not being patriotic ourselves.
So that is very very good. The all in all, what we've been talking here on Freedom Radio or Kings Radio or any other radio stations, we talk about common sense leadership in a country. And I also said the reason why I support President uh, Weah. I'm not a sedition, but based on common sense, his common sense leadership and some of the things that you are doing uh, in the interest of our common people, that was the reason why I decided to support him uh, for his re-election. And I still support him because I know he still have that common sense. Unless uh, something else come up, and I think that he's no longer that kind of person. But if you look at, uh, for example, the church, uh, the Bible says to bring our tithes and offering in a house, so that
Still
there
high.
can be meat, or there can be food, or there can be bread, or there can be um, uh,
I think it's
the yeah. So
Malika Family.
yeah, so all of those stuff. But the church today, uh, they are not even helping the members. Some of the churches that have the opportunity, sometimes the pastor and his family, even if they get a vehicle, and that vehicle can take 5 people, and they are just three in the car, most of them they get passed by their members and go about their business. But they will be the same person pressurizing the members to pay tithe and offering, and the tithe and offering just go to themselves. So it's the same thing where the Bible said, "Bring your tithe and offering in the house, so that there can be meat." Meat for who? For the people that are in the house, not just for the pastor, for people that are in the house, so that they can benefit from it. But we don't do that. We don't empower our people. Every day we just stand up and be knocking on the pulpit and then yelling, and you see that is a gospel, but that is not a gospel. Jesus, in the book of Matthew, he made an analogy that he brought about, I think, five, I mean, goats and sheep. And he said the goats were those who did not do anything. He was sick. They didn't provide any help for him. He was hungry, nothing, and he was lonely, nothing, and what have you. And for the sheep, he said, "You did all of these things, and what Jesus is saying there is that the gospel is not by yelling, speaking in tongue, knocking the pulpit, but what you can do that will physically enable the person to survive, and also what you can put in the person spiritually, because it is the physical body that house the spiritual being. So the body can be all there's no energy in it because no food, nothing to eat, and all those stuff. But then you say, "Oh, you're going to preach the gospel to the person." That means that the gospel that you're preaching, which is the good news, will bring about life, life and sustainability of life. That's what the gospel is all about. But we're not preaching that. We just look at scripture and then just any other. We preach the letter. That's what Paul talk about. It's not the letter, but the action, the deeds behind the letter. So what the orator was saying is that the church, you are not teaching your people what the Bible talks about. In Liberia, our people, they have this kind of mindset that the Bible says before a rich person can go to heaven, the camel has to pass through the needle of an eye. I mean, the eye of a needle, right? So for that
Mhm.
reason, our people, especially our interior minister, they will, if that one rotten slipper, they'll be wearing it. And when they talk about it, say, "Oh, God said when people reach, they will not go to heaven." It's just that they're not teaching the actual scripture, because the Bible says that if you don't work, you should not eat. So it means that we need to work so that we'll be able to be in a position to be the head and not the tail. But we're not teaching all of those stuff. When we in a church, all we teach our people is how to spend their money on pastors or on the church and what have you, and how to have a specific place for them to sit. But after that, their kids not in school. They don't have any even a good food to eat and all of that. We have to change the gospel. We have to change the actuality of what the Bible is saying. And that's what the Reverend was saying from his perspective as a minister of the gospel, as a missionary. That was his that's where he was coming from. The church is becoming a beggar. And for this reason, Satan goes into the church, offer them uh, whatever to worship them, and that's what we are doing to our political leaders. Because the church does not have any teeth to bite, they can't stand, they can't say anything, so they depend on the lawmakers and the government people. And when they come in there, they buy maybe 14 gauge zinc and put it on top of your church building. Then even if they're doing something evil, you will not preach about it, you will not talk about it. And that's why he was talking about we need to take a stand. And when you look at the message in Liberia, we have all of the wealth over there. I just said it last time. I said money in the country, even despite our political leaders, they're pocketing the money from their uh, justified salary, because anything they want to do that is illegal, they will create an act to support that bad habit, so that it can appear that it is normal, it is legitimate, because they all uh, put together and pass that act. But all the act they've been passing, nothing that will really benefit the common people. But all the acts that they put in there, how for them to continue to get their salary or pension, and even if they die, the wife will continue to get pension, and if the wife dies, then the children continue to get pension, on and on and on. Even if they vote them out, the idea that they were in the house or they were in government for them to get pension, then they create all kinds of things to justify their evil acts against the masses. So those were some of the things. The the uh, the
The
please
orator.
check in the background. Masale might be there.
Yeah, same there.
Yeah, so that's what the orator was saying. And when it comes to suspending the people, if you know the person is doing the wrong thing, even at our various work, if the person is not performing the way they're supposed to perform, and even if the person is stealing from our company, they don't just suspend them; they fire them. If they want to suspend them because there is some sort of a thing that they don't really have, they have gotten the fact, then they say, okay, we suspend you with all pay. We're gonna go through investigation, and if they go through the investigation and you are not guilty, of course they will reinstate you and pay you. But here, when the people are doing the wrong thing, you fire them and you pay them, and that's why you were talking. Don't do that. So that was a good speech, same as the previous orator. Excellent speeches they gave for the betterment of Mama Liberia.
But I think the last year speech delivered by Dr. Ruptel Pele, people had a lot of interpretation by it because the way she actually spoke, you know, she spoke to the point where people felt that she was referring to America as being bad to Liberia, or Liberia himself not be too, sincere to themselves. Because,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
because our
That
student
was it.
was taken differently. So
Well, the
up to
thing is
now,
that mhm,
yeah, so up to now, we have not actually gotten. But I would say that, for example, America we know to be our traditional partner ally, but yet and still, people are still saying that they are not seeing the things that should be seen from America. But again, also saying that America has been doing well with Liberia when it comes to donor support, especially when it
well,
comes to training, all of that, supporting the education system. But again, but she pinpointed some of the important things America should be doing for Liberia, which they are not doing. That was
Liberia,
when,
Liberia is an ally, true strategic ally to
mm,
America. The same way Israel is strategic ally to America. uh, the amount of what America does for Israel, uh, not even one that they're doing for Liberia. Uh, they don't even know Liberia. But when Liberia was established, they never recognized Liberia until Great Britain recognized Liberia, and
mhm.
it took a long time before they were able to recognize the country. But because the slaves came from free slave came from there, and then they brought whatever they came to do for their ancestors, just to take our land, encroach on it, and get our own country, and then sell land off from our own country. That's what they were doing throughout. So what the orator was saying is that if you say this person is your father or your stepfather, and
Mhm.
the person is not performing like your stepfather, then you yourself, you need to grow up to say, look, I don't think you are my stepfather, because you're not behaving like one.
Mhm.
So if we're going to have something, if we're going to create a friendship, then our friendship should be bilateral. But the kind of mindset that we have for Liberia, for example, they have it in there where Liberians were not to look for visa to come to America. Not at all. And even some people are saying they have it in a classified document, and they will not want to declassify that document, because it is, according to the research the person made, it is right there. and they're not treating us like a friend. If you go to the U.S. embassy, sometimes you stand up in a sun and what have you. And in other countries, they have a nice place like in Kenya. You go, you sit down, and when that time comes for you to get your visa, you get it and all of those stuff. But they don't treat us the way you're supposed to treat somebody that is very, very close to you, like a stepfather or your father. And that was the point that she was making, that we need to get up. We need to follow what the former ambassador said. Say, if you born a child and that child is not growing up, or the child remain the same all the time, he said, then something is wrong. There is either a condition, there's a biological defect on that child. So then you need to seek medical attention, whether if it is genetic, if that genetic can be corrected, so they can do that. If the ambassador himself could say that, that was the same message that the orator was saying. But because they were speaking against us, were speaking tough,
Mm.
giving us what we need to do about America. So people they misconstrue her, they misinterpreted her, and others. But everything she said is for her to take that stand to make sure that America knows who we are. If they don't know, or we tell them who we are, so that if we're going to redefine our relationship, we redefine our relationship. And that was her message in simple English. But
Okay.
I think Aliyu is there.
Yeah, Aliu, been backstage.
Yes, yes, I'm following. I will join you guys later. You can go ahead.
So
Then you have
so
to.
so you're seeing all of those stuff. Now the orator, of course, both of them, uh, they are permanent children of Liberia. Of course, they may have uh, gotten their education in America, uh, but they are all Liberians, and they understand that we as Liberians, they tie with us in America. We need to strengthen the relationship because there's nothing really there. Even if we did something wrong, or maybe giving our uh, passport and other opportunities to people, and they doing, I mean, doing illegal stuff with it. Uh, then it is something to talk about. But I don't think that is a serious problem as compared to the United States dollars that we use there, because the United States dollars, it is something more serious than just the passport. Because if they give this person the Liberian passport, whatever, but the U.S. currency is there. People making counterfeit of the Liberian dollars, and they're buying the U.S. currency uh, on the ground. They're buying it. If it is in the hand of the terrorists, what are they doing? They're going to buy whatever weapon they want, because at U.S. they're getting fresh U.S. So if the exchange rate on the market, or for Liberians, or with the government, if it is 190 or 192 or 197, those guys will come in and they give it to you for 200 or 202 or whatever. And then some people say, okay, we can buy it. We sell it to this person, and they're getting the U.S. currency, and they can do anything evil, uh, that they can use it to do that. So that is a strong security threat, uh, as compared to people getting Liberian passport. And those are serious things that need to be looked upon. When we had the Liberian coins, I don't know whether you were living at the time, or you were on Earth at the time,
I
but
say that kind of thing.
But when we had the Liberian coins, some of the thing that was going on, most of our brothers from Guinea and what have you, it was easier to do the aluminum, something that we're using to craft the five corners. I don't know, I think it was five corners coins. But
What
the
a
good thing about it was that they could use it here in Liberia to buy whatever that land they're gonna buy, or whatever they're gonna do, because they couldn't use it in Ghana, I mean in Guinea, or other countries, only in Liberia. But they were making counterfeit of the coins, and people are still doing counterfeit of the Liberian currency. So if you want to put things in perspective, you either decide to use the Liberian dollars and forget about the US currency, or you use the US currency completely and forget about the Liberian currency. Then you will see some of those things will be cut to. But both of them, they talk about the situation in the country. When it comes to opposition, see, when you build an institution, then the institution will have all the guts, everything to stand and be opposition for the betterment of the country. Because the opposition is there to work in line to keep the ruling party in check. But in Liberia, it is not like that. We go by tribal identity. We go by maybe the person that went to CWA and the person is not in power, so I had to give them the support. So those are the things that we really link ourselves with. Is not to build an institution, the political institution, where the purpose for the political party is to seek the interests of the people when they are in government, and when they are not in government and other political party is in government, they have to put that particular political party in check so that the political party can do the needful thing for the country. But in Liberia, we not like that. Anytime anybody becomes a winner, then everybody want to switch party just for them to be able to get job. And it is sad in a country where when this person comes to power, they will take everybody that was working in certain position, even small position, they will remove them from there. There's a guy that used to work in the archive. I remember when we were trying to check on our deed in the archive to get a copy from the archive and then to do certified copy from the archive document, so that if anything happens to our original deed, then we have the archive copy who also sent us the original deed. So the young man that was there, that we gave our deed to, who looked at our deed and was able to get it from the archive, giving the volume and the lot number and other stuff. That particular person is no longer working there because new government came in and they have to change people from there. Once you do that, it is very, very inhumane to treat somebody like that, because when you remove them from there, they have family to feed. It means that you're creating more problems. And this is why people, when they get to power, they behave the way they behave. It's not good for the country. And that's why the orator was really pushing. We don't need to do that.
But again, someone would say that their partisans too deserve better.
Well,
because they also say that government is continuing. So when the government is out, they are coming in with the other people to serve.
Yeah, but well, what people do in developed country or in a political setting, if, for example, you were the minister for information, which I don't think Liberia needs Ministry of Information, because they're not doing anything for the country. The country is not benefiting anything from Ministry of Information. They just need somebody that will be press secretary to the president, and they empower the media. That's what the people do here. You empower the media. So all the money you're paying the information minister, the deputy information minister, and all of those guys that can, after eating palm butter, they'll be sitting over there and be cursing other people, disrespecting other people because they empower. All of those nonsense, they will be cut off. Once you have the press secretary to... I don't know, but most of them, they do that. Even previous government people, when they're there, they think they get power, they want to be cursing at the other person. And it is not necessary. So if we want to save money, you don't need that department or that ministry. All you need, the press secretary, they will brief us on everything from the executive. Okay? And then the rest of the other government, whatever they're doing, the media will be able to give the information to the population. Then they will invest in media. But all of those money, you cut away from those people. You put it in education. You put it somewhere. We don't need those people over there. Not at all. We should
just imagine you have the Minister of Information, you have deputy, you have assistant minister, you have the press secretary to the president, you have Deputy Minister for Public Affairs at the Ministry
What
of
are they
State.
doing? What are they doing that benefiting the Liberian people? Nothing. And that's why here in the United States, they cancel that information, that ministry. They don't have secretary for information on all of that. You have the press secretary, which is the person that will work with the president, and then all the journalists, any information they want, they will ask during press briefing and things like that. So in Liberia, we don't have the money, but we create all of this stuff. Then you want to do this. Then they have a gender ministry. A gender ministry only for what? Men and children and women.
Women, children.
And all of that. But then what happened to the men? They are not. They don't have any gender. They don't have any role to play. So what is the purpose? If you want to create social services, then the social services, they will provide all necessary social services to every Liberian, whether you're man, you woman, you boy, you girl. So there is no reason for them to change the ministry for health and social welfare. All they have done is social welfare instead of gender, child protection, and all those stuff. Social services will do all those stuff. You don't need all of those stuff. It's waste of money, and they're not really doing anything. But they getting paid, and they want to get deputy. They want to get this one. They will get all of this one. They will get all of this one, and we don't have the money today. You look at LU. Man, Masale, what you send me, it is heartbreaking. Look at LU campus. I'm not talking about the I think that one from the other campus, Fender campus. I think that was a Fender campus, right? Very, very bad off. And see the white woman, I think the president, a picture there. It is very, very bad. The first university of the country. Look at the condition it is in. But look at the amount of money that you're paying deputy minister for information, minister for information, this other one for proper portfolio, diplomatic portfolio, and all of those stuff. Waste of taxpayer money, waste of business who are paying taxes. We don't need it.
Get an errand person, errand boy. Because when you say minister still have portfolio, that means just an errand person.
Yeah, and they get a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
We don't need all of those stuff. That's why the media is not being promoted. Look at the national radio station, the national TV. I think it's from
Aliyu.
You look at all of those things that are going on. No, so if you are doing common sense or leadership, what you will do, the place where you're spending unnecessary money, you cut it and you put it where the money will be necessary to spend, in hospital or in education, or mostly in public works, put it into the road connectivity so that Monrovia, Buchanan, or the city area will not only be the go-to place or places, but people will go beyond where our food coming from. They will be able to go to those places. But you have this other ministry, nothing they're doing there. There's no reason why you have all of those. So the orator spoke well that common sense, Liberia is rich, but we mismanage the fund, we steal the money and all of those stuff. And President Bouaka himself used to say that Liberia is rich. We get everything that can really build the country. But the problem there is mismanagement. And since he came, he's following the same trend, mismanagement. Does he need a $1.2 million for presidential vehicle? No, they don't need that. But why did he consider mismanagement of public fund? That's the same thing he's doing. Does he need to build additional homes in FOIA for OAU purpose or AU purpose? No, renovate whatever was built there before. The OAU village is still there. Renovate it. President will come there. They don't have to go to your house. So our people mismanaged money, and he campaigned on it. And those are the same thing that they are doing. Cut away all of those stuff. In fact, if I was there, every county, if we get one senator, we're going to get one lawmaker. What are they doing? They're not making any law. They're not doing anything. So that will save money. In Grand Bassa, we get about 7 of them, right? Even if we bring it down to 3, Okay, one lawmaker from the north, and then one not lawmaker from the south, or whatever. And then you have one senator. Three. It will save the country a lot of money to invest that money into the development of the country, because the lawmakers are not doing anything. All the laws that they make, they are things that they put in place to support them. We should make sure that we get rid of some of those, or we reduce them. We don't need them, and that's what he was talking about. Because if you cut down some of those wasteful spending, you will be able to cater to the youth, because the youth are the future leader. Those are the people that we're supposed to leave in place for a better Liberia. But we're killing their future. We're doing everything, and you're creating every day new agency, new department, just to steal money. So that's in short. That what the orator was saying, and our orator for last year was saying, look, we have to redefine our friendship, because America is not treating us like a stepfather. You know, there are some stepfather that can abuse their children. Eh?
And they took affront.
Yeah, so maybe that's what. But the girl, of course, they consider her to be radical. You know, and that is a daughter of a former police officer too. So they have some tough stuff in the blood.
See, because she spoke like a real man.
Oh yes, she's tough. She's tough.
Okay, so where's Ali? You stay in the back there? Or?
Ali's probably doing something in the background. Yeah.
So, okay, so now we have this holiday tomorrow is being declared by
the illegal holiday.
You say illegal, but it has some pros and cons. So that I will go through it, then we can then draw a line between it. Ali is back or what? Okay, so this July 10th tomorrow will be celebrated, be observed, as a National Prayer Day, to be observed throughout the country as a public holiday. So it is from this backdrop from the July 26th celebration, when the orator spoke about some of the things the country is faced with, and some of the things the government should do when it comes to making amends. I think this is where this stuff comes about, because this cannot happen without the involvement of all of us as Liberians. And I have heard report that the president is about to do something about trying to reach out to have some memorial stuff or reconcile with those victims of the war, or Ebola crisis and all of that, COVID-19. So this holiday tomorrow, many have frowned on it, that is not actually important at this time. Some are trying to use it as a political means of trying to turn it into politics, all of that. But again, the argument is we have had 2 days or 2 holidays for fasting and praying as Christians, and the Muslims have their own time of fasting too, because they have their Ramadan, their Abraham Day. But all of these time they are fasted, and things have not changed in Liberia. So why is it that we're going to fast or pray again to do what? And so many are saying that it's actually important because our country is into something they call mess when it comes to this drug issue that is killing our youth every day. And then things are going from bad to worse. So there's a need for prayer.
Well, of course, there's need of prayer, but the Bible says, if I have iniquity, sin, hate in my heart, God is not going to hear the prayer.
Sure.
Today, the president is not talking to some people.
So
the minister, the other people, they hate the other person. God is not going to hear. And that's why he said, if my people who call by my name, if they will humble themselves, repent, turn from their wicked way,
seek my face,
and seek my face,
and
I will hear them. And what would I do? I will heal their land. But you have all of the sin inside of you, and then you say we should pray on top of the sin. God is not going to hear that prayer. And we can say, because that's what the Bible says. Anything that is outside of the Bible, I believe. The Bible says he will not hear us. Okay? Like, even if I have iniquity in my heart, if I hate the president and I want to pray
But
Oh,
this thing about President Biden not speaking to certain people in the country, like I've heard some people saying he's not speaking to former President. We are blah blah blah. But I think deeper than that is not something that will say well will sway the national discourse from a of to another trend because former President Weah and President Braga, they are all important figures in our country. So if people
mhm.
just perceive it that way that they can't speak to each other or the president will speak to former President Weah as being bad, then I think we should look deeper into it.
Well, there are a lot of things in the country for which
Yeah, I
people,
think
not
like you
just
say,
President
like
Weah,
you always say, after law is not war, but after election there is not war too. So I think they should be cool.
well, the thing is that it's easy for say, oh yeah, for them to be cool. Look, when we get sin in our heart, okay, you get people that literally hate sedition, and you get people that literally hate Eucharist, and they are all Liberians. Okay, it is in this society we have to reconcile, and then when we reconcile, and then say we want to pray, then but all of those are just formality. First of all, the president cannot declare a holiday just like that. If there is any emergency in a country, like a natural disaster, and the president declared that at that particular time as a national disaster, because as president, that is in his power to do, but not a national holiday that you just declare, because the Constitution does not give you that power for an individual, which the president is, to declare a day as a holiday. Okay, but if it is a natural disaster for which people life in danger, they cannot do this, they can't do that. The president can. For example, there's a big a storm in the country or landslide in the country, and then people their life is in danger, or businesses they in danger, and things like that. For the natural disaster purpose, for that particular emergency, the president can declare the emergency. But there is no emergency in a fast and prayer. Liberia already has fast and prayer day. Okay, if you say, oh, Liberian people, because of what the situation that is going on, I think we need to really, really, really pray. And so you can go to your own place, you can pray whatever way you want to do. But I think we need to pray. That is a statement, but it is not a holiday that you are declaring. This is a holiday. All businesses should close. You cannot do that. That's what we're talking about. I don't care how much we pray. That's what somebody said. And I said I was laughing. He said, "Oh, God of Israel, or we do this, God of Israel, and we depend on God of Israel." And then the person said, I know that was so funny. The person said, "But the God of Israel, the Israel themselves, they're not depending on their God to rescue them, but they're depending on America for assistance." So what does that mean? It means that God has made the way, and God has given us everything that we need to do pertaining to life and godliness and all of those stuff. So if we sit supinely, and the knowledge that God has given, for example, the water is over there, and you test it, and you're supposed to drink. And so God, I'm testing, I want for you to give me water to drink. The water over there, you need to
Yeah,
open that
make it,
bottle and drink it. Apply the effort. That's why God gave us the common sense so that we can apply all of those stuff. And once we apply those things, it will be effective. You cannot have all of this thing going on, and you declare a day for holiday, a national holiday, and things like that. In as much as we are quote unquote Christian country or religious country, uh, I don't think the president can just get up and declare a day, oh, because we got drug in the country, so you're going and pray. And then people who bring in the drugs in the country, and you know what to do, but so that the drug will not be in the country. You know it,
how
but you
does he
say no,
know?
you're pray, and you know the drug dealers.
How
You know
does he
some
know?
of those people that have the bar in your community that's selling drugs inside the bar and all those stuff. And you know it. Some of them, when they come to the airport, they can blow whistle. And we get some of the information. You don't tackle it. But you say, okay, let's just pray so that God can heal our land. God does not work like that. when the ash fell in the river, what did the prophet say to the person? He said, where did it fall? Did it right there? Then he put something there so that the ash head can float.
You see,
So you
what the
got
problem,
to identify the problem, and then you treat the problem. But you don't have any kind of punishment for drugs, especially those that are bringing drugs in the country. But people that may smoke some, that the person you get punishment for, that the person they're killing left and right, and then the person who actually bringing the drugs and selling it to those people, government is not taking any action. But because of drug, we should do fast and pray. That is vain prayer.
one of the
God
things,
does not hear those kind of
one of the
prayer.
things that can happen, something that can weaken me, because Liberia just know that for things happening for a while and then just die down.
Hmm.
There's this guy who was alleged to have been a friend to the president's son. He's a drug dealer, as I learned. But again, after we heard about him being arrested later on, the whole story just died down. We are hearing that he has left the country. He has fled the country because of the connection with the power that be.
Hmm.
Even though you have to be verified, but when such things are come about, it's good to go after it as investigators and find it, see the dead end of it, because you're not leave the public in suspense, because these are the people who we depend on for information when it comes to security matters. When there's an issue of drug trafficking, all of that, let the case go to where it will reach to the end point. But it'll be compromised, then it leave everybody in limbo.
That's true. If the government is not actually fighting that particular epidemic, that drug issue that killing our
But
people.
let me just read something here about this president declaring holiday or so. Okay, it says a sitting president declaring a special holiday that has not been legislated comes with both advantages and disadvantages depending on the context, legal framework, and public perception. Okay. The quick response to national events allows the president to respond swiftly to
Please,
emergencies, like you
please
said.
share the video. Like some people said, please share the live. I don't know. Are we live?
We are live. I'm asking the other guys that are watching the show. That's why I placed there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, okay, like you mentioned about swift the emergency celebration or national mourning. Example, natural disasters, death of permanent figure, peace agreement, and so on. It says foster national unity. Special holidays can bring people together in times of crisis or joy. Example, sports event. And what somebody even mentioned that back in the 80s when Lone Star wins some game, I remember there were holiday the next day by President Doe, just for that day. So the president have some right. I just trying to go down a little bit. It gave the flexibility. Okay, it gave the president the executive room to acknowledge significant one-time event without going through lengthy legislative process. Presidential visibility and leadership shows active leadership and engagement with national sentiments, potentially boosting public morale and the president's popularity. Okay, there are the coins. Constitutional or legal conflict. If the Constitution or national laws require legislative approval for public holidays, such a declaration must be seen as overreach or unconstitutional. Economic disruption. Unplanned public holidays can affect businesses, schools, and government services, especially with short notice. Precedent for misuse. Future leaders might explore the power to declare holidays for political gains. Example, direct or distract from scandals, please voters, or manipulate public opinion. Public confusion and disorganization. If not clearly communicated or coordinated with institutions, sudden holidays may lead to confusion about work, transport, and school schedule, undermining the legislature. Bypassing the legislative process might be perceived as undermining democratic principles and checks and balances. So those are the points I'm trying to say about the president. It may not be often, but as time come and go, like and even talk about we'll talk about the prayer tomorrow. He can do it and he has the power to do that. But it's
Well,
again, like I said, it should be done with proper communication because, like, it be done. Some people never know up to now, except for the media. That some people even this morning while I was home, they were asking me, "Did I hear that Wednesday holiday?" I said, "Yes." What holiday again? I said, "Follow, stay home and pray for the country." Then they say, "Why?" I said, "The president declared it, so we got to abide by it." They said, "No, but you can just." I said, "No, read, read, read. If you have not read, read. You know." Yeah. So anybody can get a counter view on what I just read and give more insight. But this is what I've just gathered from my own, research.
well, I know in the 80s when I think Liberia, defeated. I don't know whether it was
Can you
Egypt.
guys hear me?
Yeah, now we
Yep.
can hear you.
Okay.
Or something in the
Yeah, Solomon,
background.
sorry for interrupting you. You know I'm on a long drive. So I just want to say my one or two and be following you guys.
Yeah, but lower your receiver. I don't know your radio in the car. There, so
It's okay now.
Better.
it's okay, oh, chief.
Thank you.
I still hear
Sorry then.
myself. Small.
Now he
Oh,
listening
yeah,
to
the
something at the
problem,
same time.
Solomon, I will start from what you were saying when it comes to the fast and prayer, something the president talked about. Like as I said today on one of our sister radio, first of all, when you're talking about fast and prayer, we don't know the prayer point, but they need to pray for the president first. He's the
Oh,
me man they need to pray for. Because I think there is something like from God, the next person are the president. So if you can get a president that he doesn't have a clean heart and a clean mind for his people, do you think that country is going to succeed? Because God who created us, we know God, He's a just God, He's there, He's sincere, He's perfect, His mind is clear for everybody. There is nobody that God hates. He hates certain people and he loves certain people. No, God is not like that. So as a leader, you're supposed to be the same way. But this president has proven to us that he see himself like a president for a certain group of people, and he loves certain people in the country. He don't like certain people in the country. As a leader, you can't be like that. And some of the reason why you see today this government, they are not going anywhere because the president, he's the leader. People talk about him for the 2 years experience, he get wisdom, he been in government. These are some of the reasons why he didn't learn anything when he was in government. Because he was just there to be keeping grudges for people. He was not focusing to learn anything. All the year he spent with Madam Salif, you were with Madam Sedi, you people removed 2 speakers. The Capitol building, they did burn in that country. What did you learn from that process? But his attention was not there. He was keeping grudges against us. Today, you say you are a president. Every now and then, you're talking about reconciliation. We need to reconcile this country. No blue Liberia, no pink Liberia, no purple Liberia. But as a sitting president today, there are people you don't even speak to in the country. See what you did to your own brother, D. Maswell Sakimian, when he got that job for ECOWAS. You make sure he lose that job today. Liberia, they didn't get it. They give it to Ghanaian. Have you reconciled with him? See the former president today. See opposition leader Musa Hassan Belete, the man who employed more than 100 Liberians. But because he's staying doing the legislative impact, he was off on Atiku side. You went after him. Today you are taking his business for him, giving it to a foreigner. So if you get this kind of leader, you think our country is going to succeed? You people are doing fast a prayer tomorrow. You need to pray for Joseph Boakai. That's the first person you need to pray for. So his heart can be clear. That day, let him move on his heart, let him move on his mind, let his mind be clear, let his heart be clear for Liberians. He should see himself as president for a nation, not president for a specific political party and certain group of people in the country. Today, you can see the selective justice he's doing when it comes to suspension and other things in the country. Because why? These are some of the things he learned from President Doe when he was working with him. Doe will go after all a political opponent. And this is what today Joseph Boakai is doing. Then he will come and say, we need to reconcile this country. And this is why we always say, I don't fall for Boakai's speeches. Because these are contradictions, these are deception. and he's very dishonest, making mockery out of the Liberian people. You just said the country high, people cannot even afford, high things are high in the country, thing prices are going up. But today, just to do, you having wedding anniversary, spending thousands of dollars. Yes, you will just say things are high in the country. There are certain things, certain time you can say, oh yeah, this thing I will do it. At certain time you will say, I can't do it. Looking at the economic constraint in the country, looking at the life of your people. For example, in America, Jenna can say, oh yes, I will have my wedding anniversary this coming November 29. Or I will say, okay, yes, I will celebrate my birthday this coming December 5th. But I'm looking at that money that I'm taking. Because when I say a happy wedding anniversary, I will not spend less than $1,000. When I say I celebrating birthday, I will not spend less than $1,000. But now, when I look at that money and I see the people that buy home, the kind of life they are living, what they are going through, I prefer taking that even $1,000 and share it on 6 to 7 person, wherein they can start doing their own cold water business. You just came out and say hard things are high in the country, people cannot afford. Now you're telling people to fast and pray for what? And today you're sitting, you're drinking big liquor, more than 200,000-300,000. You're using it today to celebrate wedding anniversary. What sense does that make? I see this thing like making mockery out of the Liberian people, being insensitive to what you are saying. That's not good. So you people are going to fast and pray tomorrow. You need to pray for President Boakai. So God can clean your heart. God can clean your mind. Let you focus and stop dividing the country. And this is not about politics. This is not about being against the government. Liberia is all we have. We need to pray for a better country and a better leader. But Joseph Boakai being the oldest president, at his age, we expect to see our country like this today. Doing Charles Taylor time, doing Madam Sedi time, doing George Weah time, and today Joseph Boakai time. See how heavily divided the country is and compare it to this other leader, Charles Taylor, Madam Sedi, and that of George Weah. Look at it and see. Today we're talking about concession agreement. People say in the George Weah that signed the concession, this and that, all kinds of things. Joseph Boakai, you came to power to clean the mess that George Weah were doing. So if even George Weah signed a concession with or LTM or what kind of TU, what kind of company, and they came in the country and you're looking at the concession, it is going to take Liberians out of job. And you continue talking, we need to provide job for the youth. When we do it, they will come to our offices, they will come to our homes. And you see a concession that was signed by the previous administration, and it is not in the interest of your citizen. What will you do? Review it, post up to it. Review it and see, okay, yes, this one will go by it, this one will not go by it. But today you get your police ID, they are forcing people when you do vehicle registration to transport ministry, they will not honor it unless you go do registration to LTM. You see your police ID, he's there doing advertisement about the people, their company. You see your police ID, he's there. As soon he has started signing on driver licenses. Where have you seen that? Like where we are in America, only the state had a responsibility to issue a driver license. So today when I come Liberia rather, after maybe 3-4 months, and I want to get a Liberian driver license, maybe I'm there for a year. You expect me to give all my personal information to a foreign company? Our database is going. What sense does that make? If George Weah signed the concession and you people know it's not in the interest of the country, why you're not forced to implement it? When you come to the bad thing George Weah do, you always say, oh yeah, that George Weah signed the concession, that George Weah. But when you come to project that you're completing, that George Weah, he did groundbreaking, he started everything. That one, the good one, you will not call a name. Yeah, but when you come to the bad one that the player will call a name, he the one did it, he the one did it. But you will not say, oh yeah, that George Weah did the project, let's call him to dedicate it. Or let if you call a name when we're doing it. So the whole thing about fast and prayer, Jeff Solomon, as you said, is just a waste of time. Because Joseph Boakai, you can't be in the country as a president, your mind is not clear, your heart is not clear for citizens in the country as a president, then you call it for fast and prayer. So for me, it makes no sense to me. But if people will fast and pray tomorrow, let them pray for Joseph Boakai. He's the main man. He heading our country. When you talk about peace in the country, we are responsible to maintain the peace in the country, but Joseph Boakai, he's the head. Everything starts from him. We're supposed to follow his lead. But today, if you can see Joseph Boakai in the country, he don't speak to other opposition leader, past president, other people in the country. So how do you expect for Unity Party, Sedition, ANC for them to coexist? So the president, I will blame him 100%. He's responsible for everything that's happening in the country. So that's just what I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, Solomon, we can take calls now, or you want to interject something?
Well, yeah, yes. Again, for me as a Christian, pray any day, because the Bible says pray without ceasing. Any day, anytime. Uh, of course, but for you to just declare fast and prayer uh, day, um, just like that, uh, it is not correct. Um, but again, we have to
It's
pray. Well,
yeah.
no, it's not correct because it's not politically correct. Even when Doe declared that victory, what is that? Because Liberia, everybody was they were happy. I don't know whether nobody went to the market. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I don't think I was in a country. Well, maybe I
Yeah,
was just.
but even at that, it may not be that to say market will close, but tomorrow, even some holidays, some regular holidays,
Is that a national holiday?
yeah. But what I'm saying too,
Hmm?
Labrador man, how to deal with. Even sometimes they say no selling on Sunday, but instead say so.
Not in Basel. We can't do it. In beginner Sunday, you can
Mm.
certain time you can do it.
Yeah, so
Unless
so
you can close and do it behind a
issue,
window, somebody will go.
but the issue of this holiday is not something that's being done on a regular. It's just for that moment. So that's all. It's not something like he's actually trying to enforce or any other person want to enforce that. But again,
It doesn't really matter because he does not actually respect the constitution, the rule of law. So uh, anything he does, that's it. Nobody can say anything about it. If you say something about it, you become the enemy. So I have a lot of good friends in the government. I saw some of them, uh, uh, Wani and Danny, at the president's place. But for me, I'm just who I am. I don't. He was not my candidate of choice. Uh, as I said, I think before, I prefer him. I prefer Gafwan. When you, I didn't really know Gafwan at the time like that. Uh, I know that he's somebody who cannot really make any kind of decision based on what I'm observing with him now to stand for the truth and things like that. But I prefer him uh, over Bwakai at the time. But again, the president still has all of the time to prove me wrong. We'll be able to find solution to the problems that will be innovative so that good things will come in the country for the betterment of our people. Uh, he will not be wasteful in spending, but he campaigned against it. But that's what he's doing. I don't know how many times he been having when he was not president or even when he was vice president. How many times they ever have wedding anniversary because they've been married many years ago. That place where they living, I think they bought that place right after they graduated from university, like probably 72 or 71. Uh, when they bought that place, and they been there, and they were married. They've been married for a long time, and I never heard of the president or the vice president or Mr. Bagai at the time having um, wedding anniversary and things like that. Even after every 10 years or every 20 years, we don't say, oh, that they are 10 years wedding anniversary, nothing like that.
apparently he wasn't in the spotlight for you to see it, but then
This is that's why he was preaching again. Exactly. That's the point I'm making.
what I
Was
mean, he's
wasteful
doing, but you're
spending
not seeing it.
because the money that he's spending that Liberian people money, that free money he's spending, and those are wasteful spending. That's what we're saying. I can't say, oh, that wasteful spending when somebody else is doing it, and then when I'm doing it, then it is not wasteful spending. It's
Okay,
hard for me to
you
live like
saying
that.
that one it is wrong yesterday.
It is wrong today.
Oh
And
yeah,
those
sure.
are some of the things. If people were mismanaging the country, they were taking money, going out of the country, staying there for days. Of course, maybe you did not go outside to celebrate your wedding, but you're spending the same money that the people spending over there just for wedding anniversary. Of
Okay.
course, that's the money the Liberian people gave you. You have a credit card of where you can spend maybe $100,000 or whatsoever on yourself. Uh, Whereby the masses they don't have anything. People taking how do you call mob justice when somebody is accused of stealing chicken, then the community will kill that person. They put them in the ants in a termite hill, a bugaboo hill, the way we call it, and then nothing comes from out of it. But you guys can steal all of the money. You justify it. Or they make they like they legislative body they make an act. So this act created this. So they had to get 30,000 out for this break or for that or for this, and nothing no act they will put together so that we can have good medication uh, over there. In fact, that we can start manufacturing our own medication by bringing experts, sending Liberians to be trained to make drugs, to make a medication. That can be done. Ghana doing it, Nigeria doing it. All the other neighboring countries, they investing in that, but nothing like that. You don't have the electricity. Then you breaking down ground for AI. What is that?
Mhm.
You don't have the electricity to run some of those stuff. But wasteful spending. If it is wasteful spending, yesterday under we asked administration, it is still wasteful spending under President Bwakai's administration, and he
Okay.
should stop doing the wasteful spending for the betterment of Mama Liberia. And that's
It's a,
all I have to say in that. But
it's a
the National
major
Fast
show.
and Prayer Day, it is illegal for him to do that. Um,
It's illegal.
but
It means say war.
he has done it, and we as Christian, we sort of pray with our CC anyway, whether that they declare it a national holiday or no national holiday, we sort of be
Man,
praying
we
anyway.
said that it mentioned what the president can have or declare it at will. So it depends on how and why holiday has been declared. It is lawful when holiday is temporary or one time. Like I said earlier on, it is
Hmm.
done by proclamation, such as a day of prayer, which is today. He proclaiming that today should be a day of prayer, just an event for today. That's all.
All
It's not.
businesses are closed because national holiday.
Yeah, just for this day. It doesn't take anything with that to say, oh, he has to consult the first Benin government. No, but as long as it's temporary and is for that purpose or for that event, he's not being held liable or he's not being in violation. Anyway,
He's
let's get
a lot of
go
stuff
on.
he's been doing anyway that is against the
Oh,
constitution, and he's not in any
you mean
violation. So
yeah.
that declaring
No, no,
fast
no.
and prayer for Christian people and Muslim people to pray that it will hold him in contempt for no.
So he has done the worst. So would you let him ride? Eh?
Oh, no, this one. What can we do? Even if we
Yeah.
say no, and even if you say tomorrow that fast and pray day, and you don't fast, you don't pray. What impact does it have on you? It's just
Hmm.
that muff talk. But there are certain things
But the
that
good thing about it, there are some churches who have the services on Wednesday, like
huh?
mine.
Mhm.
So if I'm going to church tomorrow, it doesn't mean because of what the president said I'm going about. It just bored on everything.
Yeah, like the fast and I think the Friday, whatever Friday in April that is fast and prayer day. So the Muslim people they usually do their fasting and praying on Friday. So say it is on Friday, it is in their interest. All of us who can do the fast and prayer because that's a day that was declared back then by the legislative body for this to be part of the Liberian holidays.
Hmm.
But hey, Senator declare uh, a Lone Star Day, so can declare now what is the point of the drug day, drug fast?
I don't know. It's a National Prayer Day. National
Oh,
prayer, it covers everything.
mhm.
It covers security, safety, development, rule of law.
That is good, but the bottom
Yeah,
line is God does not hear when we keep saying in our heart. Even me, if I keep saying in my heart about President Boagai, God will not hear my prayer. I always say that I don't support him for A, B, C, and D. I can pray for him all the time. Ask my wife.
yeah,
I pray for him all the time. Pray for President Trump all the time. Pray for Boakai all the time.
that's good.
So those are my leaders. Did I agree with Boakai? No, some of the stuff I don't agree with him. Some of the stuff I do agree with him. Once they are done the right way, and
Yeah, sure.
if President Boakai continue to do or why he used to be back then, like the no nonsense of a young man when he was in his 40s, if you bring that back, that you're going to apply that no nonsense so that he can leave a legacy of fighting corruption and setting the page for wasteful spending in the country, Liberia will be better off.
Okay. The
And I
voice
hope
of Solomon
he doesn't
Bagari.
resign because the plan was before just for him to be president for 2 years because his health was not permitting him. But I think he's in good health now. I don't think he's going to resign in 2 years. I think he might want to continue.
The voice of the eating show.
But that was some other stuff back then. We said, okay, you can go 2 years. I said, but at the time, his doctor used to advise him regarding his heavy, "Girl, you need to relax." But when you go to the Pape house, even he's sleepy. Those other ministers, I don't know whether they didn't get any work to do. They just be to the main house. Whether at 2 o'clock in the morning, they just be there. And you can't say anything. You know, the Pape already quiet. You can't say anything. Just be there. They're killing him. But if I were here, I say, y'all go, I gotta sleep. But he doesn't do that, you know, he's too reserved. Go ahead
Okay.
and let me make our call.
Let's take some calls now on 0776 104 104. Before we go to the line, let's recognize some of our viewers here. This mic is far from me. All right. Says Azochuku Ezekiel. Wow, Nigerian name is watching. There's Elvis Benta is watching as well. And Mohammed M. Somba is watching. So far, so good.
The president, I'm not a spokesman for Boaga.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
That's
are
right.
you? What are you?
I
Maybe
don't
that
know.
you. I think that you the spokesperson.
For what? Because what did I say?
Because he said he had a right to do that as a
No,
president, at least once it's
I'm reading
temporary.
something. I'm reading something, not just my own thought. Though. I read something that is legal. All right, call
Yeah.
us on our numbers this morning. Be live on the nighttime spin right here on Freedom Radio 87.9 and Radio LRB there in the USA on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. And our WhatsApp number for those of you watching us live from the diaspora, you can call us on our WhatsApp number plus 231 886 500 104. 0776 104 104. Let's get to the line. Hello. First caller. Hello. Lombardo. You have to call back, man. Your line's not good. Poor reception. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Hello? 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 Wow. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
You're live. Let's hear you. What's the name? Where have you called from?
I'm Peter Giovanni. I'm calling from FPR CPL, Gahavi.
Go ahead.
I'm calling from Ghana, FDRC there.
Yes, go ahead.
See, the other day, our president is talking about really, we don't know the temple he is talking about. And the fast and prayer, we are already in hunger. So we've been fasting. And we are fasting from the day he gets in power up to now. We are fasting and we are drinking today.
That's
And
it.
we shall the prayer will be the well Almighty we hear. Really. I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wow, I said the man balling. How you fast? Or how you pray tomorrow? You already balling. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes. This is the voice of Spoon Rasta. I'm joining you from point 4 in Zimbabwe.
Sabu Rasta.
Yes, Sabu Rasta.
Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you. Let me say thank you for the show. Look, as for me, I want to be on record. And what is when people do it clear. I will not pray tomorrow. I'm going to go on there. I'm saying, as for me, I know them pray everything I can do. Because God said we should pray what I see. But as for me tomorrow, I choose not to pray to God tomorrow.
For what?
Yes. And the reason why I want to pray tomorrow is the Bible says, what is the Bible say? Don't the Bible tell you as a human being, and you should get sense because God can lie. He says, be not deceived.
Oh, it's not
Because
much.
I'm not more. Because for whatever you sow, you will reap. The president told us that he gave his soul to the devil, the president is devil. He said he willing to dance with the devil to do anything. And the Bible says if he gave a life to the devil, and his brother forget it, he can't get his life and return back. So if we say without wasting our time, because God said it in his word. He said anything you sow, that what you will reap, if you give a life to lose it for forget it, you finish. In life, if you pray, you become what you lose it for him. You already get what God said what you will get. You see, if you sow corruption, you will reap corruption. So, brother, if we pray tomorrow, I get for nothing. The president told us that president, we are what the. So, what are we praying? You said, president, where was the prayer? For that president, we are the people who choose the problem. We are saying the problem for us. Go. President, we are going. So, why are we praying? The president told us get 42 years experience. So, why are we praying? You say you come with all of the expertise, and we are 4 was better than here. And you have all of the knowledge because you graduated from Howard University. So you can back again, you come from hopefully like people to tell us that we should pray. But the president is making sure monkey out of all that. We have so much to read, right? What the president making for our all? You told us that you have the empathy to solve our problems. Then you coming back to us to tell us that we should pray. After looking at like all things that giving the foreign people, and you say you're not doing business as usual, you came to rescue. They don't more pray. After acknowledging that the process is hard, very mature, we are still the president that taking action to say without work is a dead faith. Even if you pray without working the word out, it's a dead faith.
Okay,
so
my brother.
Action. Yeah, we expect action and prayer.
Action speaks louder than words. Let's get to the female line. Hello. Hello. Morning. Morning.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Who is there?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead. You're live. Let's hear you.
Say hi to my son Mansali and my big brother, a win nation member. Long time I hear from them.
Dada. Go ahead, Dada.
Yeah, thank you. No, my son, let's start making fun of ourselves. I always saying this, you don't learn anything from President Eli. I consider to say this with other people, but they don't get it. This man tell it, we should go fast and pray while we are sleeping. And my brother gets it. Who are they fasting in the country? I'm going to get fast food now on their table. Tell me, my son, how many receive black people in the street, they are begging. When he passing, he whining. How many person helping? They can go to his door and he can say they walk them. How many person? People that were working doing weird time, he put everybody down. People that were killed in Lofa Country here. That's what we have with them, my son. You get that alley or tada. You tell them to go and pray. I should go sit down and pray on my knee to pray for water government. To go do a sales bid. Every money here in West. Or I should go sit down with uncle and get on my knee, water to go and build duplex in Lofa Country. You understand what I'm saying? I should go and pray. Leave my own problem that I get my uncle you see me. And I think about it. I'm calling for every day to help me. I'm going to lead that one. I'm for the people that are helping me. I'm going to go pay for pocket to wear your zero car and wear $4,000 shoes and wear $80,000 a coat suit for YBC. I should pay for brother government to bring more drugs in the country. They will saw the men abroad drugs. You were telling with the men on social media. I should pray for that kind of person. Men are people that are elected, that people that voted for you. You're taking them from position. In this country, they are crying. You get year to year. You beat on law makers today, you carry to go, you carry to police, you carry to court, and you carry to jail. You don't contact with anybody here. When I say that you work with so many years, 12 years, you got almost 65,000 birthdays against her. You're not speaking to her. You're not speaking to we are. What a peace you're looking for. What if I pray going for your heart is that? You are a deacon. It will matter against people in this country as a president. They will pray for the country. They will go. Will succeed in that prayer or not? Will succeed in that prayer? No. You cannot get that on your heart if you will pray. They make it more out of God, all of the people. So for me, I can't pray tomorrow, bring you to my, and you leave me and leave, I'm going to get tomorrow. Push me and push you. I'm going to that. I'm telling you. Can't give us tomorrow, today, I say, I'm going to end it tomorrow morning. You push me and push me.
Wow, my
I'm going to get tomorrow. For workout and allergy.
Okay, man.
Nothing you do about it. You make it more of the people see the black people, they're protesting. Tell me, for the telephone,
Yeah.
even Liberia, they gave people children here. Say Joshua died.
See, blind guy protesting was kind of bad, man.
I will go to and pray for Boga, for government to see our country money and pay to get for that. Let's go out there. Situation man, today, so then you get money for it. You will Google shoot today. Yesterday, he was nothing in this country. He was taking the worker today. We'll go pray and keep ourselves hungry. What will they want to and go to our feet and say our pot and say, Boga, go back to Saucy to see the country money. When they get suffering, they have a birthday party. I mean, for you today. We were born. I know yesterday, I mean, my party won this, but when you walk, the first party you get to the hotel, you will enter there. So then you can see that once any color, trying water, do all one day. You will open party that you have any party one day, or you go in there to the party, they will say, you clap for water and say that and say, oh, the man will go pray. They declare a hundred times. I can never pray or go dream push me and push you. Thank you.
Okay, Masisi. You push me, I push you. Wow. Powerful name. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
You
You call to partake in the show, you call to oh my gosh. I can't allow you to go far because you call for a different thing. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, morning.
Yeah, good morning. Mustafa is calling from Banyo.
Let's hear Mustafa.
Yeah, but the fast and prayer, the person I'm calling for. Yeah. Only for one. Because you talk about yourself. You say you tell you don't devil. And God does not work with the devil. Okay. You were supposed to when we call, ask God to pay you to get power. But you see you deal with the devil, and you get the power. Okay, you deal with the devil now. The God can level with you. Your power is behind you. Send Boga get into power. Deal with the devil. He fought with all around. You got it from corporate he was nothing. Okay, how about that day behind you? Today, I said, you know, in your country, everybody is so suffering. Alright, how about that day behind you? You look for your full set of suffering. Okay, you look for the president and the whole must reconcile. Because if you reconcile, you can't forgive.
Yeah.
The person where you take the power or the power of former president Barker, our president, you feel to talk to him. You get your responding in the follower. You walk with the father, and you.
So you want to come to be reconciled before going to prayer?
Yeah. You see,
Okay.
I want to go like. You doing it.
Clean heart, clean mind.
Yeah. Your balance father behind today. People go and pray for you. If I say you go, you don't go to get to I want to go. I can fast for. But that packet, you declare. You say you want to pray for more fast.
Now,
For you. When you go, I can fast for. But now you. Yeah? You're breaking law, papa, rich coaching people. When you're supposed to live, you are doing it in your country. And you're in the country going back today. Not only that, having in your country today that
okay.
The power be behind you.
Okay, bro. You have had your say. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
The lines are buzzing. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
Yeah, Mustafa Masari calling from Woodham.
Hey, radio is loud, my brother. Please lower the volume.
Okay, I'm okay now.
You're not okay, oh.
Okay.
Let's talk.
Okay, yeah, that's what we were seeing all the Colombians.
Do you have to walk away from the radio small because I'm still getting feedback? I think you have to call back. Hello.
Hello?
Morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, you're live. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Omer Fenton.
Yes, go ahead. Calling from where?
Okay. Yeah, call for document.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the show. I've been hearing for the third chorus. If we don't want to do anything for this country, we must think about ourselves. Not be thinking about La Blanco Fao. Buaga. You can't be thinking about Nigeria. I'm not for this country. For people saying that the real who's the body.
What's the main point here?
The main point is that La Presse are just lazy.
Okay.
What is being bought in this country? That's the reality. If you say that to your friends in the Brazil house or hotels, don't be thinking about it. Think about Liberia. Pay for Liberia. It's the first about Liberia. It's about politics. The only thing well for us here. Most much years. Liberia, I'm saying tonight, you will understand it. Think about our country. Pray for Liberia. Don't be thinking about Braga.
Okay, my brother. Okay. Thanks for calling. Your points are well taken. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning. What's your name? You're live on Freedom FM.
I'm Jackie Ryan, calling for the year that think of this company to be precise against our rule.
Let's hear you, Jack.
Yeah. Our evidence to the mother that we should pray. I know that they find the prayer. I don't know why they declare all you mean. So people in the country, if they learn a Christian life, but prayer, we go and say things. This is what they call looking at oil with something. Our evidence, we say you will tell the devil to do anything. And then you do what you want to do. Take the people from the tell you position. Those are praying for you. When to King John, people, the Muslim people died. Anyone carrying their body to the mosque for time. from the city and took 1.4 million for his own car. He's looking for corruption. People, I know that the family will give our excellency the good kind of money. Or his parents and say, well, we don't know. And now he's beginning to say the people that he did these things to. Say to them, say they must pray for his government. I don't know why really he thinking or how people to say they don't know God. I'm telling the President Joseph Boaga of the Republic of Liberia say tomorrow we're going to our work. Tomorrow we're going to do what they do. So they just the police commander to just get around the city and start beating people as usual you always do for the prayer. But we're going to our favor to find something for our children's school coming to open. We want to pray to God with no God for ourselves. But the President, the President Joseph Boaga, we go on stage say everybody forced to pray. I'm not saying that before. Nobody forcing when we're having a election to say you are going to dance with the devil and talking people for the turning position. You know, the motorcycle for the capital did the 14 million, did the people in Kinshasa, and the most people were forced to carry the people to the mosque. So Joseph Boaga, the excellency, sir, we're going on our private issue tomorrow to find the registration fees. Then you are going to start to wire to find our children school fees. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 are the numbers you call us on locally. And if you are outside Liberia, call us on our WhatsApp number +231 886 500 104. Let's go for this short break. We'll come back. We'll take more calls here on the program.
My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cent United States dollars, you can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for $200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM.
And the work we dey do will bring the rubber. They tell me so many no.
All right, 0776 104 104 0886 500 104, and the female line is 0770 297 016. Let's get to this female line. Bring this person on. Hello. Hello. Oh, it's a female line. Man calling the female line for what? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, morning.
Yeah,
Good. Huh? Go ahead, Mr. Masale.
Okay. Yes. You know, the first thing the president said, I think this is what he's supposed to do before coming.
Is it? A long battle. Oh, I didn't get a word from you, my brother. You got to speak again. Oh, my. So bad. Your line's not good. Hello?
Yes. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm Danny, joining you from Johnson.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the show tonight. And my point of view here is that if the president Joseph Boaga wants for Liberians to join into prayer, then first let him assess his capabilities when it comes to the removing of the speaker. 1, 2, let him make it known that for now he no more for the devil, because he told the Liberian people that he was actually in readiness to dance with the devil. So people calling for fast and prayer. I don't think it's necessary for Liberians of Georgia to pray. So that's my point.
Okay, points are well taken. That's your view. Hello?
Hello?
It's line for female.
Hello?
This number is for female. 0770-29706 is for female only. You can call the general line, which is 0776-104-104 or 0886-500-104. Hello? 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 Yes, morning.
Yeah, good morning.
We are good. What's the name of you call from?
Yeah, my name is
Go ahead.
If the person who call to join the baseball, they compared to that people that all the evil things that they doing, and they report president for Georgia, because all the kind of things they compared to what we're doing about people, or to go to our normal people, because that's not really big thing. So we're big, but evil things that they think are weak.
Okay. We'll take few calls and then go back to Solomon and then we climax the show. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
How do you? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Morning?
Yeah, calling from Panama.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my contribution has to do with what President Human Brother is talking is not relevant. It's irrelevant. In the sense that after the children of Israel they were on their way going, God told Moses that he should put the wall and stretch it on the run. And water will come on. He did not say, Moses, I will be able to send down water for you. So some of these things did not need prayer. There are some things we lack in our need prayer in our physical battle. So when the president can work all of the things that he's supposed to do, they're not going to make better, but not in prayer.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, morning.
Yeah. Hello? I'm Cherry Omar.
What's your name?
I'm Angelo Buro. Calling from Cinco, Pisante, Kesedabana.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you made mistakes and the reality is better stay to come back. And the reality that people we all put together to pray for him. Because he is saying he knows that he made mistakes. And we pray every day because he said the Bible says pray will answer him.
Mm-hmm.
Pray every day. Because the mistakes that they made is the mistakes that they reconcile. First time in the history of Liberia, God make out the power. And that's how the presidency, let me say, the king to attack a particular party. Yeah.
Okay.
So he is saying, you look at it for long. And you follow where, you know, the woman and men they have advantage and live long. So once you live long, at the end of the day, we always seek advantage from other people to see our best way to unite the country. But as I'm speaking, never too late. We know, we are sitting, we know. So at the end, we are bound by the rules and regulations. But the astonishing part is, it just when they make the statement and know the economic status within Liberia, knowing fully well indeed that the country is hard. And just announcing to tell us that, oh, Wednesday, the France and praise you must see home. And knowing fully well that vast majority of the homes empty. That is there. So it's astonished all. But it's not surprise. Because we have not heard a July month, they are fast and pretty. But yet, let's say, as an parent, we are peaceful. But my advice, and I appeal to him, please, the fast and pray that we will stay the home to hold. I hope he should consider it to know that Liberia is the only country that will get no party business. He has one election, the party has one election. It's time for them together to work as one country, one nation. So, I tell
Okay.
him, so please, about why we are decided to stay home with the Liberia people because they pray Sunday day, fasting day, before say, oh, so we agree with God about it.
Okay. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, you hearing me?
I told you guys 0770-297-016. Mail, don't call. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm Joe Morba from Patrick.
Let's hear you, Joe.
I don't know why the person want to stay at home, pray, go out, do anything about people. And telling us to go pray. Are you telling us to go pray for Nigerian people who can look and see our people, they call the airport? You know, you pray for them because they think to sacrifice their life for our business for them. But that we should bow down and pray for them. They think they destroy our place, kill our people. You don't have reconciliation with our people, but the death and mercy that they are carrying on, they think that we should have prayer for the airport that can sacrifice their life for our business in the country. That is very good. That's how you run in the country. I mean, Joseph Boga is not serious. Yeah, they are serious for Peter government. They are not serious. They are corrupt. Who can we pray for them? We should pray for corrupt official government to do what for? They already killing us. We're looking at them. They are killing us. They think the country the way they putting all that. Who is killing it? Who can kill the children? All of us not in the children. You think after that one, you looking after the children. All of us, uncle disasters taking over the country. People under poverty. The students are complaining, parents are complaining, the children are not going to school. Then he's taking and they're telling us to pray for everyone that's here to sacrifice their life. You have people here that are going to put more time to pray for.
Okay.
Because he wants, he will be your God.
All right. Thanks for calling. We run out of time. Hello.
Hello, I'm calling on a low star number. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, this is first calling from number 7.
Number 7 where?
Give you number 7.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I hearing from those. I'm hearing from the color. They are discussing our Excellency Joseph Mabuagai. One thing I want to tell them is that
No, don't attack somebody. Speak your point. We're discussing what is because somebody saying it's not actually right to have a holiday which is on Wednesday today. What is not being it did not pass through legislation.
yeah, whether it is right, whether it is wrong, we are discussing the country. We're not discussing Joseph Boga. We are discussing how we pray for the country. We're not pray for him. He said, "You not pray for our country."
Yeah.
And I say, "You pray for me."
No, that's what I said.
Yes, that's my point. If you pray for the country, you leave Joseph Boga and pray for the country.
Maybe they're saying because he's the head of the country, so.
Huh?
I said maybe they're saying because he is the head of the country.
He even be the head of the country. President Boga can even be the head of the country. This is the reason he said we should pray for the country.
Yep.
It's not because he's the head. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Well, 5 minutes up to the time. Well, I won't call you Tony Solomon. We don't have the luxury of time. Just squeeze the person here. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I just want to say the power word.
What's your name?
Human blood from Tonto.
The last call of your background noisy. Feedback.
Okay.
Go ahead, speak your mind.
Papa is Lord, but passes understand make a good person's life easier, but the wicked will cause their own downfall.
Okay. All right. Background very noisy. Solomon, back to you because we got to wrap it up.
I think Alio is still here.
And we're going now. So, are you?
Alio, you there?
Yeah, but Solomon, you know you're going to work. You can wrap up. I will
Okay.
just come in shortly.
All right. So many thanks to our callers. You know, the president said tomorrow, July 30th, is National Fast and Prayer Day. I don't know. I didn't hear him say what to pray for specifically, but he said it is declared as National Fast and Prayer Day. So we assume that for us to pray for our country. Again, some people said they can pray, they can do this because the president is saying it. Sometimes one thing I know about the president is a lot of things that he does not stand for. When somebody say it from his corner, then he will implement that. I don't think from the bottom of my heart that President Boaga was thinking about fast and prayer day. Somebody mentioned that we need to pray, the country need to pray, and what have you. So he declared that. When he first started, he did not have good mindset for Muslim. He said something when he was campaigning, and it did not go well with Muslim. Today, he's in bed with Islam, which I have no problem with that. So anything that he said before, if I can dance with the devil, or for me to get whatever I want, I would dance with the devil. That happened. So maybe somebody may have the vision for us to pray for Liberia, and the president decided to declare it. But all in all, if we know that the president is not proceeding well, so if we pray even on his own declared holiday, if we pray so that God can hear our prayer, for God to change his mind or to change him, that can happen. God is God, and he can answer prayer his way. When we pray to him, he will answer us according to his will. We can pray for God to change Buakai for the betterment of the country. We can pray for God to remove Buakai for the betterment of the country. We can pray for God to remove the source of drugs that are killing our children. Or we can pray so that the person who bringing the drug can be out of our way, so that those drugs will not enter our country to destroy our children. Yeah, we know that the president is not proceeding well, but who knows? Maybe God is speaking to him to declare that day, so that all of us can pray for the betterment of Mama Liberia. And one of the better way to pray is for God to either change him or to remove him. I will definitely pray that prayer. Or whoever in the way of the country, for God to either change them to do the right thing or for God to remove them so that our country can move forward. So we should not take the prayer there negatively. We should receive it positively, and we should pray for God to guide us, for God to bless us, and for God to deal with the people that are the stumbling block for our health, for our betterment. And God will answer when we pray to Him. Thank you very much.
Ali?
Yes, thanks to the callers there. Yes, for taking their time. But now they're supposed to be sleeping and they on the show to make their input. Thanks to them. And to one of the callers that said, oh, you shouldn't just be sitting in America, you say this, you say that, you pray for the country because the president is doing well for us. We that sitting in America here, we're not coming from different countries. We're coming from Liberia. And everything that happening in Liberia, we know about it because we get people there, we talk with them every day, and we wish the best for the country because Liberia is all we have. We are not there today, but anything that happened to Liberia, anything that happened to you people over there, it also affect us here. And this is why sometimes you see we take out our basic schedule. It is not that we are less busy to discuss some of these things because we want to be here for us to be relaxed instead of us being here and then we are worried about our family back home. This is happening, that is happening. And the best thing I would say, President Barker said they should have fast and prayer for the country. And he should be, like he said, there are things happening in the country, things are hard. This he should be able to tell, oh, we should pray for the country. Which prayer are we doing for the country? Give us the prayer point. But for me, I would say people should pray for the leader. They need to pray for Joseph Boakai. You pray so that God can touch his heart, for his heart to be clear, for his mind to be free for all Liberians. He should see everybody as one Liberian. He shouldn't see the other person, oh, the other person that's sedition, the other person from CMC, the other person from ANC. He shouldn't divide Liberians. As he said, when he became president, there will be no green, purple, blue, and pink Liberia. But today, we can see how the country is heavily divided. President Barker sees himself as president for Unity Party, but not president for Liberia. He's governing one way. He's one-sided. So those of you that are taking all your time tomorrow, not because you supported him, or whatsoever, even there are people they don't support him, but because of what they are going through, they will take tomorrow to do the fast and prayer. You pray for President Boakai. At his age, let God really change his mind. And you should pray that the prayer you're doing, God should change his mind and he should be willing to change and see himself as president for the Republic of Liberia, not president for Unity Party or a specific group of people. Let him be able to reconcile with the past administration and other opposition in the country, other people. Let him try to reconcile with them. Calling these people, talking to them, you say that you have a dialogue, you have dinner together. That alone, like even all the projects that you going to dedicate this and that, all these are things that you can use to reconcile the country. But the same thing the orator said, surround yourself with competent people. If President Boakai were to put people around who are competent, they get the country at heart, they will be able to guide him in some of these things he's doing. We can get leaders that can come with the right mind, but the people that they surround themselves with, they are the ones that can destroy them. And when we say this thing, you feel that we are saying it because we hate you. We, the sedition, we have learned, and we say this thing because we learn from our mistake. When President Weah was there, when people be talking, oh, George Weah, the other minister that doing well, the other minister taking from there, he turned to Fakao, he couldn't listen. 2023, the ballot bag gave him lesson. So Joseph Boakai, you will be there, you follow the same footsteps. 2029 coming. There are people in that country, they will not protest, they will not talk, they are silent. But 2029, the ballot box will speak and we'll know the difference. So tomorrow when you go out there, President Boakai is the one that we need to pray for before praying for Liberia. You can even pray for Liberia any kind of way. He's the leader. When he doesn't have that mindset to govern the country the right way, your prayer is a waste. Pray for your leader to govern you the right way. Then we have a successful country. But if you will just pray for the country and the man who is leading the country, he's on the other opposite side, then what are you praying for? I hope it makes sense. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Good night. See you guys tomorrow.
All right. So for me, what I would say is firstly, the first prayer point would be that all Liberians